So right now we're joined by Chef Simpson, who you all know from social media. He's been promoting his brand on YouTube for a minute now, and he's gaining a lot of popularity with his work. He's been on our show with Good Morning Washington quite a few times. Thank you, Chef Simpson, for being here today. We would love to learn more about all that you have going on. So we'll get right to it. So tell us a little bit about what your current projects look like and how busy are you?
Right now, today I am getting ready to head out to Miami. I'm doing the Taste of Jamaica in Miami. Plus, I'm also doing the Sandwich Smackdown competition. It's a Food Network event in Florida. So my flight leaves tonight around 4 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
Then from there, I have a packed week where I'm shooting 4 episodes of my show, Cooking with Love, with, Peter Thomas from Atlanta's Housewife.
Okay.
Married to Cynthia. Also, Amada Allegra.
I love her.
Yeah.
I love her too,
Bro.
Yeah.
I love her too. Can you give her my regards when you see her?
Shut up, Omar.
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm going to send you my IG link so you can tell her what I look like, because I'm the one.
No, most definitely. When she agreed to be on the show, it's such, I was so humble because she's such a sweetheart. She's such a pure person at heart. And also I'm shooting with Everton Blender and Olivia, which was a part of the G Unit, 50 Cent. She did the
right. I forgot about her for a minute.
No,
yes,
she's doing
Olivia.
well. She's doing well in Florida.
Yeah.
She's still doing music and so forth. So,
Good.
and away from that, I have a full lineup away from the event that I'm doing for the Food Network. I'm also going to be capturing a couple of episodes of my show, which is going quite well. BET, I'm now talking with BET because they want to bring it to their platform.
Oh.
And it's kind of one of the only show that is out there that is a cooking show, similar to how you have the Martin and Snoop.
Uh-huh.
This is kind of about us, not only just urban, but a platform where we can come and talk about what we're doing while we're cooking. And each time we go to break, we go to something about the person that we're featuring.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of what it is. So for instance, like if I'm shooting with Olivia, when we go to break, we'll go to one of her music and we'll go to stuff that she's doing. So, and it's doing quite well. People are loving it. I'm getting so much requests of people who want to be on the show and open doors of opportunity and a place you can come and tell your story.
So let me ask you this question. So you seem to be like very well connected, working with BET, working with all these celebrities. Talk about your humble beginnings to how you got connected with all these people to the point where your show is now in negotiations with a major network.
Yeah, it's something for me. Sometimes I have to pinch myself and ask myself the question as to, even this morning, I was going to post a picture this morning, and it was a picture that I took when I was probably around 10. There was a favorite spot that I used to come home from school, and I'll come and I'll sit at this spot, and this is where I sit and daydream and dream about the things that I want to achieve in life and where I would love to see my life and future plans that I have. And the other day, a network came down to Jamaica with me, and they did a story about my life, and they went back there and took a picture of me sitting in the same spot where I used to sit when I was 10 after I came home from school. And at that time, I was almost homeless. So I would think about, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to be a great chef. I want to have my home cooking show. I want to open a culinary school. I want to give back. I have all these dreams and these ideas. So the post that I was going to make in what I was going to say in the caption, I was just going to say, a little boy at 10 with big dreams. Beautiful. And that's kind of what the caption was going to be. Just believe in yourself. And I was going to put at the bottom, it says, these are some of my key words that I use to make it to where I'm at now. Consistency, believe in yourself, have faith. I was just going to put a couple of lines as to some of the things that you have to practice to get to where you want to get to, no matter what you want to do in life. And it was just I'm coming from humble beginning, and I think that's what keep me so grounded, because I remember coming from homeless, coming from sleeping on the street. I remember when I used to work at when my stepfather told me and my sister, "Oh, you got to leave out of the house. You can't stay here anymore." I look at my mom and I told my mom, I said, "You guys stay. I think if I leave, he will allow my mom and my sister to stay at the house." I say, "If you guys stay, maybe he won't argue and fight with you guys anymore." So I packed my little school bag. At that time, I was like 16. I just graduated from school. Packed my little school bag, and I mentioned I left the house probably around 8 o'clock, because I came home from school and they were arguing in the house. And in the middle of arguing, he told my sister and my mom, he told my mom, get out of my house. You and your kids get out of my house. And I told my mom, "I'll go and you guys stay."
Wow.
And at that time, I didn't know where I was going, because it's a new community. I don't know one there, but I had a job. So I put 2 little pieces of clothes inside of the bag, and I walk. After I leave out of the house, I start walking, and most I find myself walking towards my job, because that was the only next place that I know. So I walked to my job, and I got to my job, and it was like 10 o'clock in the night. My schedule don't start until like 6 o'clock in the morning. The security guard asked me, he was like, "Patrick, what are you doing here?" And I kind of lied to him, and I said, "Oh, I'm working late tonight because we have a party tomorrow and I'm coming in to prep." And I remember went inside the lunchroom, closed the door, push up the chair behind the door, put my foot on another white chair that was there, and I slept in the lunchroom that night. In the morning, when I heard the chef came in the kitchen, I kind of get up, pretend like I just came there, and I say hi to the chef. Then I went to the bathroom, kind of washed my face a little bit, and went straight to work. And I did that for probably about 2 weeks.
Wow, so you were 16?
Yeah, that time I was 16, and I asked my chef if I could work double shift, because I wanted the extra hours. And my chef asked me why, and I said my mom relocated to Kingston, and I didn't want to lose my job to commute back and forth from Kingston. And that was a lie, because I didn't want to say, well, I didn't have a home. So I just said I didn't want to have to drive all the way from Kingston. And my chef said, "Okay, no problem." And at night when I finish, I would walk around on the hotel property at night, try to find somewhere to sleep. So sometime I'll hide and go in like a golf cart room, or any door that I see closed, I'll go in there and I'll hide in some closet and sleep. I remember getting caught one night by the manager, and he told me if I do it again, or if you see me sleeping on the property, I'm going to get fired. And
wow,
it just from one thing to another. And right throughout my whole process, I just stay humble, and I stay believing that one day this will all be my testimony, and something about this can't be right. But I never gave up hope. Now, yeah.
Real quick, Chef Simpson, just to give people a little bit of background, I actually found you, the first time I found you was because I was looking for Jamaican recipes. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
My mom is like the most control freak person in the kitchen. So whenever she's cooking, I can't learn anything in the kitchen. Yeah. It's just not gonna work out. She's like, go sit down somewhere. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I want to watch.
Is that why you make that little pasta?
Be quiet. Omar doesn't like my cooking. Anyways, Chef, we're still working on it. That's how I found you. But so tell them about where you grew up in Jamaica. It sounds like, a lot of people who don't know, tourism is a big part of Jamaica. So you were working in the tourism industry when you just started. It sounds like when you were 16. Tell us a little bit about where you grew up in Jamaica.
I was born in Clarendon, Jamaica. And I left Clarendon when I was probably about 8 or 9. My mom got into a relationship, and as kids, wherever your mom go, you'd follow along.
Yeah, you have
so
no choice.
I left there, but even though that was where I was born, I also had some rough time there again, because my dad left Jamaica when I was probably about 4 or 5, and he brought up a family that he had in Kingston to live in Miami, and left me and my sister. So it was just me and my sister and my mom in Clarendon. Going through the same thing again. I think that was where my love and passion came from for cooking, because I remember I was making a cabbage dish for my sister, and I accidentally spilled curry into the cabbage.
But it was bomb, right?
Yeah, but back in those days, nobody know nothing about no curry cabbage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So my sister started laughing at me with her friends from school. Oh, you can't cook. He made curry cabbage. And in the middle of she laughing, I start crying because I was a kid. I was just trying to make her something for dinner. And in the middle of me crying, I said, I'm going to show you that I can cook. One day I'm going to be a great chef. I'm going to show you.
Oh.
And every time I go in the kitchen, I just try to perfect whatever I'm making more and more and more and more. And the saga continue. And my sister,
so really you owe your sister, because your sister didn't bully you.
Yeah.
You be at home somewhere, just eating some mac and cheese, some crack.
Yeah. It was something negative, but I turned it into a positive, just make something of it.
So like,
yeah. Nope. You got this, Omar.
I appreciate that. See, that's why you're such a great co-host.
I know.
So you started cooking. You put your passion into cooking. When did it become something that you started tying with celebrities? When did that come about, and how did that come about?
I think from those workers, I worked with Royal Caribbean Cruise Line for about 7 years. I started in the dish room at Royal Caribbean Cruise Line.
Wow.
And doing preparation. And when I left the company as executive chef.
Hey.
After 9 years.
Like
so
coming to America, you start mopping the floors, and you can flip the fry, my man. But it's a lot bigger.
Yes, even with that I think I took that cruise ship job because of the fact I was still homeless at that time. So I think by me taking that job, and even me getting that job was a challenge again, because when I got the job, the company told me that I have to provide my ticket. And you know what's so funny? And I have to say this all apart. And that's when I know that I was destined for greatness from then. I remember when I got that job working on the cruise ship, the recruiter who came down from Miami, because I took this test and they said that I passed with the highest score in the class.
Wow.
So Royal Caribbean sent 2 executives to come and get me in Jamaica.
Oh, wow.
At that time, I didn't have no passport, no travel document. I've never traveled before in my life. And they said to me, the only thing, I have to purchase the ticket.
Wow.
They will do everything else and get in the visa, take me to go get my medical and everything.
Wow.
But they say you have to purchase a ticket, and after you work a year, we'll reimburse you for the ticket. They said the problem they were having is every time someone come up, they run off the job and they don't show up to the office, and the company was losing a lot of money. So if you
just a bunch of people who wanted to come to America.
Yeah, they just wanted to come to America as soon as the plane lands. Some of them don't even make it to the office to report in.
That's crazy.
So there again, I was tossed with a curveball. So I called my mom and I said, Mom, I got this job to work on a cruise ship, but I have to purchase a ticket. My mom was just, she's a, what do you call it, home health aide. She go to people's yard and wash their clothes and clean their house. She don't have those kind of money to buy ticket. Mm-hmm. So my mom said to me, she said, well, call your father in Florida and tell him and see if he can buy you a ticket. He's been living in Florida with his family for many years. He haven't done anything for you.
Man, she sounds just like a Jamaican mama.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I was going to ask you, did you guys have a relationship, you and your father? Your mom was just like, nah, it's time for him to pay up.
We didn't have a relationship because for whatever transpired between him and my mom, I think it domino effect down on my sister where we get the blunt of it, because even when I used to go and spend time with him, he would treat me like a outcaster, and I get I remember one night I was sleeping and I was snoring. He claimed I was snoring. He waked me up and put me at the table to sleep.
What?
Yeah.
What kind of foolishness is this?
Yeah. So
wow, that's crazy.
It's rough. So then,
sorry, Chef.
I said to my mom, I said, what am I going to do? My mom said, okay. I called my father, the biological father. He said, what are you calling me for? I don't have no money. And this cruise ship job is a scam thing. Anyway, if I think about it, and I said, think about it. they want me to leave in like 3 days. I don't know what to tell you. You know, and he's like, well, I'll think about it. And then I call him back again and he hang up on me.
Wow.
So that time I was like 17. I just finished school, just started my first job. Then my mom said, okay, don't worry about it, Patrick. I'm going to call a friend who she have in Canada who kind of hold her a favor, a friend that she knows. So she called the guy, and the guy asked for my information, took the information. My mom called me back and said, son, you're good. Your ticket is taken care of.
Wow.
So the guy booked my flight, and when I got ready to leave the Thursday morning and I got to the airport, my mom came with me, tell her goodbye and so forth. 2 guys, look like Secret Service, just me alone and 2 guys. We went, this is the shocking part. We went on the plane, and when we went on the plane, the 2 guys, the person that was standing at the door, because you got to remember, think of a guy at 17, never traveled before. Here's 2 white guys bringing him up to America. His dream is coming through, but he's still scared and nervous because he don't know where he's going. He don't know what's going to happen. When I got on the plane, the lady at the door, she told the 2 guys, like she pointed them like, oh, your seats are down there.
Wow.
And then she looked at me and she go, oh, your seat is right here.
She wanted you right next to her.
No, not even that. The guy who booked the flight booked me first class.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, God has been working overtime in your life.
Yeah, he's been. So the celebrity part of it comes from me. The restaurants that I've worked are always restaurants that are affiliated with a lot of celebrity come there. I was the executive chef at Mobay Uptown restaurant in Harlem, where a lot of celebrity, whenever they come to New York, it's one of the stops that they would come. And because of the fact I'm a people person, again, if I know that the celebrity is out there, I'll go there and say hi. I offer to make them something special. And
Awesome,
over
Chef.
time, it just started build my caliber of interaction with celebrity. And a lot of restaurants that I've worked, they always will tell me, Chef, I have such and such coming tomorrow. Can you go over to the table and greet them and find out what they want? And I'll just use my personality and disarm them and have them comfortable. And before you know it, now I've cooked for over 400 celebrity and presidents and prime minister, and the saga continue.
My man.
I just love how you've managed to become like a modern day chef that is able to reach people digitally. Also, I mean, you have 69,000 followers. You're on YouTube, talking to people every day, like in their homes.
Yes.
How did that part start to become normal, a part of your life?
I think over time of me being, and I think a lot of time because how did I start this motivational tour that I do every year, where I go around and I go to schools and colleges and speak to kids, how to inspire and motivate them. I remember I went to Jamaica one year and I was doing a TV appearance in Kingston. And I stopped at a gas station to get some gas. And when I got the gas, I said to the gas attendant, I said, where can I get a cup of coffee? And he said to me, he said, well, there's a guy outside that sells coffee. You can buy it from him. And that was like 4 o'clock in the morning because I had to be at the studio by 5:30 in Kingston. So I went outside and I couldn't see, you're looking for like a little store or something. All I saw was a guy with a cart.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked over to him, and it's a little hand cart. He had a little stove inside of it. He have a little kettle that whistle. And he have his little cup and his little instant Blue Mountain coffee pack, and I ordered a coffee from him, and I watch him, and he take it up and he light the little thing and he put the kettle on it, and I'm standing there looking at him, and I watch him make the cup of tea. And after he make it and gave it to me, I said to him, how do you survive by just standing here in the middle of the night making coffee? Like, do you have family or do you have kids? And he said, yeah, he have 2 daughters. And he said, boy, I'm not trading on, I'm not skilling on, I have to do what I got to do to hustle. And I explained to him, I said, well, I am a chef and I live in the U.S. and so forth. And he said, yo, I would love to be a chef, man, if only if I could learn to cook professionally. And I said, on my way driving to Kingston, I said hi to him, and I said bye to him and so forth, and gave him a tip and tell him keep doing his thing. And on my way driving, I said, I wonder how many people are in his position that they just want opportunity. They want opportunity. And from there, I just went back to my school. I had a day available, and I called my school and I said, I'd love to come to my school that I graduated from and talk to the kids. And from there, I just fell in love with it. And I remember I was talking to the classroom, the same classroom that I used to sit in class. I'm actually sitting at my same desk, and I'm talking to the other kids, which I have a picture of it. And a little kid, while I was there talking, I feel somebody touching me on my foot. And I turn around, and there's a little kid next to me, and there's a little boy, and he asked me, Sir, do you think I can be anything I want to be? And that just broke me. Mm. And it just tell me that you got to motivate. They need motivation. They need inspiration. People like us who have been there and been through it and dealt with it, the future generation are waiting for us to come and tell them that it's possible. You can do it.
That's good.
These are the ingredients that you're going to need. These are the principles that you're going to have to follow. If you want to achieve it, follow this step. Watch the company you keep. Watch friends that you keep. Believing in yourself. Be your number one cheerleader. Have faith within yourself. No matter who doubt you, keep pushing on. One door closed. Don't take it as a negative. Just move on with a smile and say, this wasn't the door that was meant for you. The door that's meant for you is going to open at the right time. No, from being homeless, this is my building. I'm sitting in my buildings. I hate family building. Now I provide rental property for other people.
Wow. So you're into real estate too.
I'm into real estate, yeah.
Wow. You're just amazing, Chef.
Thank you so much.
So, you've been doing this for how many years now?
All my career, I would say probably about 28 years.
28 years?
Right out of school.
28 years, a bunch of celebrities. What's the funniest story you have when you were cooking for a celebrity? What's the funniest story you may have?
The funniest story? There's so many of them that transpire. I know there's, I wouldn't even say funny. It's just the weirdest thing, because I remember when I cooked for Barack Obama.
Oh, wow.
And I went up to him. We were at the Howard Theater in Washington, D.C. And there was an event there, and they called me. They said, Patrick, Barack Obama is going to be at the Howard Theater, and they want me to come down and cook for him.
This is while he was in the presidency?
Huh?
This is while he was in the presidency?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when. And I went up to him, and it's so funny. I went up to him, and he just gave me a pound just like a regular person. He was like, yo, what's up, chef?
He's so awesome.
Yeah, he was just so cool. And I said, oh, what do you guys having? And I tell him it's a pleasure having him in the venue. He said, what's on the menu tonight? And I said, what do you feel like having? And I think he heard my accent, and he said, you having a jerk chicken? Yeah. And I told her yes, because I kind of did my research, and someone told me that's what he was going to ask for.
Oh, wow.
And then his wife asked for the coconut curry salmon.
Oh, wow. Yes, Flotus. Yes, Michelle Obama. Yes. Yeah.
It always be the women that want that extra. Barack was like, yo, let me just get that jerk chicken real quick. She was like, I need that coconut.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool to say you've cooked for the first and only Black president.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And then when I cooked for Hillary Clinton, it was almost the same thing too, because she ordered the restaurant that I was working in. She came, we had the coconut curry salmon, and she loved it. And then she requested me to come to her house to make it.
Oh, wow.
And her husband. So it was, with celebrities, it's very rare you run into either something that is funny moment, because they're so direct into what they want, and so just simple as to what it is. Just like the other day, I cooked for Offset and Cardi B.
Yes, Offset and Cardi B. Okay.
All he asked for was some jerk wings. Cardi B was like, "Can I just have some jerk wings?"
That sounds like her thing.
Yeah, so it's always the simple things they ask for. It's very weird. What you would say that is funny that happened to a customer. I remember a customer was ordering something from the server, and the customer keeps sending it back.
Oh, wow.
And not send it back in the sense of this is not correct. She didn't get it exactly. And I watched the plate came back probably like 3 times. It was a pasta dish.
Oh, wow.
And I said to the server, I said, take me outside to the customer who keeps sending back so I can find out what exactly they want.
Yeah.
So I went out there, and when I went out there, I saw the lady, and by the time I walked to the table, her friends were like, oh my God, no, you get us in trouble. You come over here. And then, you know what I did? I took the customer up from the chair.
Oh, wow.
I said, come with me. And she walked right in the kitchen.
What?
And I put her to stand right next to me.
Wow. That's crazy.
That made her night. It made her day. It made her hair. They're videoing and taking pictures. I said, what next? Yeah, so what next you want me to put in there?
Why did you make this at home?
Yeah. And I made it for her, but she loved it. She loved the whole craziness of it, and I enjoyed doing it.
Oh, wow. That's impressive because I will say I'm not like the picky restaurant goer. I don't like, tell people like I don't like it, but I will say I don't like bland food either. So whenever I go out, I don't be quiet, Omar. You know what I don't.
You like spicy food.
But whenever I cook, I like to put a lot of spiciness in it. Yeah. So anyways, my friends are always like, well, what do you think of this? And I'm like, if it's not spicy, I don't think it's good. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It got to have a nice little kick to it.
Yeah. It has to have some type of kick.
Yeah.
I'm with you there too. I'm with the spiciness, but I also ate your eggplant.
All right.
Eggplant chowder. That wasn't spicy at all.
My vegan eggplant parmesan is a healthy meal. I will say I meal prep bland.
Would you eat eggplant parmesan?
Unless you have the pepper sauce or something. They gave you the pepper sauce, right?
What's your favorite dish, Chef?
They give me no pepper sauce. But
I give him nothing. Omar doesn't deserve nothing when I cook. But anyways, what's your favorite dish, Chef?
My favorite dish, I like seafood. It's so funny. Someone asked me the same question the other day, and I said a chef would make the most exotic dish. Put so much time in it to go to a table, but at the end you see us in a corner sitting on a crate and eating some rice and gravy. Yeah. Or we going home and we stop at a Chinese restaurant and pick up some chicken wings.
Oh my goodness!
Mumbo sauce on it.
Yeah, it's a mumbo sauce. Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
I think after being in the kitchen after a while and you inhale it and you taste so much throughout the day, your palate kind of so well. Enough of this food. You want to taste something totally different. And as chef, when we cook for ourselves, our palates already know what the dish is going to taste like before we actually taste it. In other words, I can go to a restaurant with you and I can taste something for the first time and I can sit there and write the recipe.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So we're running out of time, but I got a question for you. As a man who, when I cook for survival. I don't know if it's really going to be the best tasting, right? So if you were to pull me to the side, I'm trying to impress a lady friend, someone I'm really trying to put some effort in. What would you suggest I make, and what are the ingredients? I'm taking notes now, so don't set me up, Chef. This is the chef.
I'll say the best thing, if it's somebody who loves seafood, you can do a jerk pineapple salmon, or you can do a coconut shrimp. So which one do you think you rather?
The jerk pineapple salmon sounds fire.
That does sound too good.
Jerk pineapple salmon, you're going to need an 8-ounce portion of salmon. Okay, 8-ounce portion of salmon.
I got that.
You need at least a pinch of salt, pinch of pepper, pinch of Old Bay seasoning, a little bit of black pepper, some Scotch bonnet pepper.
Okay.
Too much. And you need a teaspoon of the jerk barbecue sauce, the Walker's with it, which is my brand. And you also need a jerk season, the mild preferably, so that way she can enjoy it right through.
Oof.
You need 2 ounces of crushed pineapple.
Oof. Oof.
2 ounce crushed pineapple, 1 ounce of scallion, 1 ounce of onion, 1 ounce red bell pepper, 1 ounce green bell pepper.
Okay.
Oof.
And you need probably about 2 ounces of water, and you need 2 ounces of butter and 2 ounces of vegetable oil. all your ingredients. You're gonna combine put your oil and your butter in, and then you're gonna add all your fresh ingredients, saute it, and then you're gonna use your season and marinate your salmon. All your dry ingredients you're gonna use and marinate your salmon. When you marinate your salmon, you put it slowly down into the season that you already have sauteing it. Pour a little bit of water in it and just let it stay there and sweat itself out.
You know he really loves cooking, by the way. He talks about this.
Hey, low-key,
somebody really has to love cooking.
He's describing it in a way where I can see it in my mind. And I'm like, okay, I can see me doing that.
You're like, I see this bubbling.
Pata bubbles. Omar.
So thank you very much, man. We appreciate you coming on, telling your story. Where can people find your stuff if they're not already familiar with you?
Well, the quickest way to find me is on my Instagram, Chef W. Simpson. And when you get there, you can go to my bio and it will take you to my website, and that will take you to all my other links, Twitter, YouTube. All the other links are there, and upcoming events and stuff that I'm doing in some city near you, and getting ready to open a line of restaurants across the U.S.
We get first dibs.
Breaking news here on the Fufu and Jerk Podcast. Chef Simpson working.
I don't like how you said yeah. That's the kind of yeah you tell black people and you hope they forget.
Wherever you see the logo, the Simpsons groups, that's me.
Okay, good to know. I can't wait to hire you so you can cook for my lady, and it'll be all good, man.
No problem. I got you, brother.
My man.
Thanks, Chef Simpson. We can't wait to check you out. Thank you so much.
Looking forward. All right, guys. Have a good one.
Fire.